What's up, everyone? Welcome to my light box that I use for making photos of everything. I chose this location because it has nice lighting, so it's pretty easy to see. If you've been following my build, you know I've been breaking parts for quite some time. As you can see, there's this cam which is missing teeth. I got this cam which blew the decompression mechanism. The decompression mechanism is this moving part right here. The way it works is there's that little piece of metal which presses on the exhaust valve while you're pull starting or otherwise starting, and it relieves the compression. So when the engine is up to RPM, there's a spring, so the spring-loaded action pulls it back, and then you have just your regular cam lobe. Anyway, so I've broken a few cams. I've broken crank. I've broken another cam actually before, a black Mamba cam from smallenginecams.com, and it's all got a common denominator that I finally discovered, and it is actually an engineering flaw that I have created myself, which is interesting. So here's what it is. So here is, I'm marking in marker so you can actually see it. Here's the journal on a stock cover where the cam goes. Here's a stock cam, but it doesn't matter. I'll put another one in. Alright, so the cam rides in that. And here is my billet cover that I designed and machined myself. Here's the same journal where the cam goes, right around here. The cam rides in there. This is going to look really stupid because it's pretty blatantly obvious right now, but it's only obvious after I figured it out. Up until this point I just didn't see it. You know, I just never thought of checking this. This journal is not flush with this flat part, so it is not flush with the front of the case. So the cam actually sits a little bit higher, so it's pushed into the engine block a little bit more. My journal is machine flush. Now watch this. So in the case, when I assemble it and it just hangs out, it's totally fine. Everything rotates freely. But I've experienced like totally random resistance in the past and gone, huh, that's really weird. That's not supposed to be happening. And then never really looked too far into it. But watch this. If I press the cam down and I spin it, it can actually grind on this bearing. That's okay. But more importantly, so this is the stock cam, it's not going to do it. Yeah. On the back of the cam, there's these little, so the pins that hold the compression mechanism components in place are pressed down. They're peened down so they don't fall out on the other side. Well, it's hard to tell, but what I'm getting at is under certain conditions, these little pins, they actually catch on the components of this mechanism. And if you look right here, I mean, the cam is riding on the bearing in the back. But the point is, the cam can float back and forth within the engine block far more than it's supposed to. And so, easy solution for now, I'm going to have to machine these differently and come up with a slightly modified design. But the solution is pretty easy. I have a oil impregnated bronze bushing that is the perfect size, perfect thickness, which I just ordered with this new cam, and that offsets it where it cannot come into contact. And like I said, it's about the right thickness as that, and so it's actually able to clear everything. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna run it one last time and see if that works. But here's the deal. I'm gonna get real honest. This engine breaks a lot, and I spent a lot of money into it. I mean, look. 100, 200, 300. Another cam I already lost 400. That's $400 of parts right there. So I'm getting really tired of having to tear this thing down, putting it back together. So I'm not willing to give up on it because I really think this engine has a lot of potential, and some of these issues that I run into, not some of them, actually all of these issues that I keep running into, they're all self-induced. I'm just, I guess, not a very good small engine 4-stroke builder, and I need more experience to do it well. But what I'm getting at is I have decided that I'm going to get a second engine, so I'm going to build a completely different lightweight paramotor. So I am going to get a 2-stroke engine, that's all I'll tell you. It's going to be incredibly light. It is not an actual paramotor engine, but it is an engine that makes decent power that I'll need to make a reduction for, and tune pipe and all that other stuff to make it perform up to my standards, and so I can have an actual reliable second paramotor that I can fly while I work with this in parallel. And I still have really big plans for this engine. I want to make a full billet crankcase, so I want to have another one of these for the opposite side, and you know, integrated reduction, because I think this is a great engine, and once it's built to be reliable and I learn how to do it, it will perform nicely. Anyway, so that's the update. Thanks for watching. I guess stay tuned for more videos of me flying after I put this together, and hopefully there will be more than 2 or 3 flights before I have to rebuild it again.